You know what I just realized? That I never did.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I never did, like, the narrator's, you know, follow the narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Oh.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
So this was the, quote, emergency door, but it... The last time I tried this. Go down here. I never actually did the correct ending, you know? Everything else.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
No.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Oh. What am I in?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh my
he
God.
reflected that his life had been of no consequence
What
whatsoever.
is this?
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Who would design something like this?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator,
There's
as Stanley
another
was led
narrator?
helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him
Oh
instantly.
gosh. I'm free. Stanley Parable. Oh.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know, man.
When
narrator
every
is-
path you can
oh.
walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you
Two
see now?
doors.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he
Office.
hit start?
Button sounds. Oh my god. The Office. Warzone. Then that would become that. Oh my god, that would have been great. Why didn't we get that ending? Stanley's getting paid. Woo! That's true, because people died and all, but... Countdown desk. One of the desks from the early countdown ending.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to
Go, go, go,
destroy one
go.
another.
Off.
How they wish to control one another.
This is it. We're
How
finally
they
done.
both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they
No,
need
we don't
one
need 'em.
another?
Let's go.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you
Okay.
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Alright, chat.
Whatever you do, choose it.
It's time. It's time to stop playing the game. I'm listening to the game. This is, like, the final ending. Okay. Quit to menu. Should we do it? Should we end it now? Huh? This is the ending! Oh, it was so long. I actually think there's one more ending. Instead of taking left to escape, I could have gone straight. So let me go do that ending really quick. Let me do that ending really quick, so go over here.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, let's go see the original ending that the narrator
Yet there was
planned
not a single person here
from the
either.
very beginning.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
Alright,
to
this is
his
the
boss's
final
office.
ending. This is it, no more.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
No! I'm trapped. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Here we go. The final ending. Hallelujah. It's over. This is it. All endings done. I've done it. I've achieved it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
There we
door
go.
that read
Mind
Mind
control
Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Oh.
horrible secret did this
Oh,
place
there's
hold?
the earlier.
Stanley thought to
We
himself.
came out up
Did
there
he have
earlier.
the strength to find out?
And we saw all these monitors already. Yeah.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
No one's
co-workers.
here.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
It
Had
must be
Stanley
stopped.
really been under someone's control all this time?
It must be
Was
stopped.
this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't want it.
No. He
refused.
to believe it. He couldn't accept
I
it.
don't
His
accept
own life
I'm
in
turning this
someone
off.
else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Well,
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
offline. Oh,
Happy
it's already off.
or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible...
off. We are now free.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it over? Is it over? Oh god.
Yes. He had won.
I won?
He had defeated the machine.
I defeated the machine.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom
Oh
was
God, is
mere
this the
moments
door?
away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
Slowly is an
Stanley
understatement.
reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
No, I'm good.
Where
I literally
had his
solved
co-workers
everything.
gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
Oh god.
What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber,
He realized that he's done
none of
playing
this
this
mattered
game
to
and
him.
he's gonna hit quit.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but
Alright, the
happiness.
stream is ending
Perhaps
soon.
his
The
goal
stream
had
is
not been to
ending soon.
understand, but
This
to
is
let
it.
go.
The end of the
No
stream
longer
is
would
coming.
anyone tell him where to go, what to do,
It's
or
finally
how to
over.
feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And
There's
that
so
was
much
all
content
he
out
needed
there.
to know.
I've
It
been in a
was
cave.
perhaps the
above.
only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Please. Please let me go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
Yay!
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
We're
And
done.
Stanley was happy.
Good ending. Happy ending. Woohoo! Perfect ending. Everyone lived. 100% achievements. Let's go. Beat the game achievement. There we go. That's it. No, 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 no. Nope.